At this point, this matcha latte is 50% water. Will I regret this? Maybe. Okay. Hey. Hi, my name's Isabel. I figured I would do the equivalent of what an icebreaker introduction is to YouTube, which is the Booktube newbie tag. Question 1 is, why did you start this channel? I'm gonna be really honest. Due to a certain disease, I have had just an onslaught of free time. Currently, I'm unemployed. My fall semester of college is going to be held online, and I still cannot leave the house, which has left me pretty much at home doing nothing but reading. I figured this would be a good way to explore a new creative outlet while talking about something I love and just kind of getting to know the book community further. I'm not necessarily a stranger to the book community. I run this Bookstagram account and this Bookstagram account. So if you've seen me before, hey. Plus, I get a really cool way to utilize my film minor. It's a film studies minor, but still. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And this question's terrifying because it sounds like a job interview. So here's a quick pitch. Lately, I've been really into journaling, so if journaling content and reading journals are your thing, planning on doing some videos relating to those. Like I previously stated, I am a film and TV studies minor, so if you're into recommendations of books based on movies that you like, or vice versa, I'm your gal. If you like fashion inspired by books or inspired by book covers, you probably can't tell because I'm currently wearing pajamas, but I am a big fan of outfits inspired by books or outfits inspired by book covers. Hopefully I can bring some of that to Booktube as well. I know it was a thing on book Twitter for a while. Those are just a few ideas off the top of my head. Question 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? This is gonna sound super cliche, but I'd have to say kind of just getting to know a different side of the book community. I've seen a lot of book Twitter without really participating in book Twitter. Once again, I've been on Bookstagram. I've been going to bookish events like signings, author panels, and Y'all West for like years now. But Booktube definitely is a new frontier and a new set of challenges and a new set of opportunities, because right now it definitely just feels like me talking to a camera in my living room. I'm excited to try a new format, interested in being able to elaborate more. I think just being able to talk more about books, just because I feel like when I write, whether it be reviews or captions, I definitely auto edit, and while I will still be editing with this, I feel like I could definitely be a lot more candid. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I think I don't really have that unique of a reason. I really love the escapism that most stories can afford. Books specifically, though, were really the first format in which I learned about worlds outside of myself and outside of what I knew. And so they have a special place in my heart because of that. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? The Percy Jackson series really kind of made me who I am today. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I feel like all of my favorite booktubers all have kind of a specific style to each of their own channels, and I think mostly I would just want to ask is what advice you would have for someone who's still trying to find their style. Some of my favorites, Cindy from Read with Cindy, Heather from Aphrodite Reads, Mayana from Mayana Reads, Jocelyn from Jocelyn Reads, Majel, It's Divya, Kat from Paperback Dreams, really just so many, and so many more. I spend way too much time on this app. Question 7. What challenges or obstacles do you think will be the hardest to overcome in doing this Booktube channel? I think it's definitely going to be tough trying to create content that I am proud of consistently, and definitely kind of just being awkward with a camera. Even just now talking to you, I keep like wanting to look at the viewfinder, but I'm still looking here. It just definitely is something that I need to get used to. A lot of the editing stuff I'm really excited to learn. Logistically too, I am never really in a space where I can film alone. When I'm in my hometown, I stay with my family, which is rather large, and when I'm at college, I share a space with a bunch of friends and roommates. I think just kind of having a place where not only is it quiet enough for me to film, but also where I feel confident enough to be seen talking to a camera. Question 8 is, when did you start reading? Can't really pinpoint a specific age where I first started reading. Definitely have really fond memories of my elementary school's library. There was this huge collection of world mythology books. Most days I would just pick one, read as much as I could. Later that night I would try and retell those stories to my sister before bed. Question 9, where do you read? Lately I've been really loving sitting by my couch because it's by a window and so I can read in the sun. I usually really love reading in the sun. That's why I feel like I get my best reading done when I'm at the beach, but I'll read wherever I can. And finally, we've reached question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I personally really like fantasy. I typically read heavily YA fantasy, but lately I've been really getting into adult fantasy. But I don't think I'm really that picky when it comes to books. If you like this book, if you like this book, if you like this one, and this one, and this one, we will most likely get along. I believe that that's all of the questions for the tag. I'm just really excited to be here. I've never really done anything quite like this before. It feels kind of weird saying this, but subscribe if you wanna. All that's left to say is I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.